Hello everyone, I'm Silverraptor and welcome to another Wargame Red Dragon video. And this time I am featuring a brand new update as all the flares sounds are going off in the background. This is a new 10v10 map. It is called Russian Roulette. And why is it called Russian Roulette? Because it is a complete mess. And I have mixed feelings about this map. It's definitely very unconventional, but at the same time, there's no real set normalcy or strategy. And the reason why it's called Russian Roulette is with all these different uh, uh, units placements will show you. There's different spawn points around the map. You have blue 4 spawning up here at the 12 o'clock position. Then over here at the 2 o'clock position, you have red 4. And then over here at the 4 o'clock position is blue 4. Down here at the bottom at 6 o'clock position is red 4. Then over here at 8 o'clock position is blue 4. And finally at the 10 o'clock position is red 4. So it's basically like 6 barrels and equal distance apart. And there's no front lines. And everyone's going to be fighting each other. And I'm just going to let this play in the meantime while this goes. Now, I am going to be playing in the background. This was a game I just did with some friends. I was up with Gaddafi and a few others. And the main thing that we were going... I am playing my Soviet deck because the map's called Russian Roulette, so why not just play a Russian deck? So, generally, the strategy that so far that I've come up with in this map is you need to attack the sides. The sides are going to see a lot more action because this is the reinforcement points and the fact that there's really no set front lines anywhere. So, for example, these two sides will have to go and converge and try to take this out. And these two blue 4 sides will probably converge and try to go over here, where actually no one actually went into India, so that's interesting. And even though that the middle is a lot of points, it's going to be largely ignored due to the fact that there's probably going to be so much pressure on these fronts here, and it's going to be awfully hard to try to go in and contest this area in order to really secure that, even though it's such a large town and everything, not a lot of action takes place really in this center area. But as you can see, I'm just going to speed up a little bit. Things are just completely craziness right now. There's just so much happening, and this is not just a conventional 10v10 map because you have a 20-point sector. If these helicopters get out of the way, yeah, 20-point sector with two 12-point sectors, and all the points that are available in this map. You need to start coming up with completely new decks, standardized decks. I feel that would work in like 4v4s, 1v1s, such where you have cheap units alongside expensive units just to balance it out. I don't feel that really applies here in this map because by halfway through the game, I was already almost out of units in my deck, and I had so many points still floating left. And just the sheer number of points that I was getting, you gotta actually micromanage of what troops you need at what time, and not actually just worry about the points you're actually getting, unless your team's getting totally crushed and you do, because you will run out of units quite quickly in this game if you are not careful. And so, as you can see, red side, my side, is pushing up and trying to capture this sector to get the complete left-hand side under our control. Blue 4 is pushing into this sector, which like they're just about to get. And blue 4 does actually have all of the middle due to the fact that nobody in red 4 actually went for the middle. Instead, they are pushing over here against uniform, but uniform is defending quite well in this sector. And, oh yeah, another interesting about this map is you are going to have to rotate a lot in this map. I mean, a lot, in order to keep a track of everything that's going on. So if you're attacking this way, you switch it here. If this puts your red 4 side, you're going to have to rotate to this area. And as you can see, red 4 is pushing up, trying to hold off against the kind of push against the blue 4. And it is nice that there are some mountains here in this new area. It does provide sort of like a standardized front line area. So at least you can establish defensive positions on both sides. But Eugen definitely wanted to create a very unique experience, and I have to say that they quite well succeeded. So now this sector is now under Blue Force control. So they've got this half of the map. Starting here, we have the other half of the map. And everything is just craziness. So many points are everywhere. There it is a 45,000 point game due to the fact that it's a 10v10. And just look at all these troops that just come across everywhere. Tanks, everything. Just, it is going to be a huge spam fest of expensive units. I don't think I've seen that in any real game, even 10v10s. Yes, there's mass expensive units I think at the near end when everybody saved up their points for that last final showdown. But this is going to be just constant spam of expensive units. And like I said, if you wanted to create a deck just for this map, pick all the most expensive units you can find or cards with the number of units that you have available in that card. And whichever has the most points in terms of like value of the unit, go ahead and just start grabbing the most expensive stuff you can, because you are not going to run out of points anytime soon in this map. I can't emphasize that enough. So yeah, seed plane goes down, bombers are going in. Helicopters are moving back, surprisingly enough, as looks like Red 4 over here had managed to get behind the enemy lines and actually neutralized Hotel, leaving only just a handful of units to guard this center area. Yeah, we largely ignored this center area due to the fact that we were just pushing against the side or the front lines here and there. And the Red 4 is in the lead. That is definitely good. So I'm just going to kind of switch it like this because this is how the front lines are now. So with the exception of the middle, over here on the left, this mountainside is providing a good defensive position. There's so many chimeras. Oh my god. Yeah, like 5 chimeras, 120 point tanks that you're able to spend. Just ridiculousness. Also another thing, if you don't have the best computer, I can't guarantee that you'll be able to really play this map. As you can tell, this map is freaking huge. I think it's even bigger than Asgard. I'm not sure, but it certainly looks like that. And just like I said, there's going to be so many units out in the game. It's definitely going to be quite an interesting event. As you can see, it's just I would try to comment on the game, but there's just so much happening. I can't really keep up. So they're throwing a lot of Brennis's French tanks down this road, but the T-55, they're guarding with the Conqueror's M. There's just so many units are able to intercept that you can't spam because the enemy is easily going to be able to counter spam in all areas. Now, it looks like finally we're starting to push into Yankee. This is actually me pushing across with my Spetsnaz and VDV and pushing straight into Juliet. And as you can see, there's not a whole lot left in Yankee. They finally abandoned it to try to defend their side here. As you can see, they're doing a massive helicopter push. There's that dreaded heli rush to try to go over, but with the amount of points, everyone's able to quickly bring in AA. And this, even though this looks really impressive, this is going to be shut down really hard, really fast. My CV is right here. They only need to spot my CV. And as you can see, it just ripped apart due to the fact that everyone was able to bring in AA at that time. This is going to be... I'll stop saying about how crazy this game is, because you guys can see this is just a massive crazy game. And it seems like it's going to be that way for a long while now. Hornets are coming in. They're trying to get stuff, and I have a helicopter here waiting in the wings to rush forward. But they want to make sure all these light stingers are out. Front line they're doing a push here on the left simultaneously. All these AMX, M8 AGS. This is just so they're gearing up for a massive push into Charlie. Let's see if this succeeds. They're using a lot of cheapish stuff. Not the most expensive units ever. T-55. They're going to try to hold them off. BTR-90 helicopters. They're just crest over that horizon. And it looks like they're, or at least panicked. I don't know if they're being picked apart quite so much. Oh, they're starting to break through, it looks like. Yeah, so they're starting to break through over here. But the helicopters coming through. Just so many units and tanks. So this was a good push by the blue force side. Over on the red force side, I have secured Juliet as well, and my ally is also pushing the Yankee, and I'm about to go and help them out. Yeah, over here, just this kind of choke point helps defend us naturally against any push from the blue force side, and we are massively winning in terms of points, 32,000. It's just so games like this are going to be always crazy. As I said, you're going to have to try to pick a side. See if this is going to say this is red, this is going to be blue. You'll have to figure out which sector you on the side you want to go and try to pincer and capture under your control as quickly as possible, so that you then could at least get a front line and then start trying to figure out how to get into like the center of Papa and Romeo and Juliet. Romeo and Juliet in the center with Yankee. Ah, I love it. I love it. And so yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this map. I'll turn off the heads-up display so you guys have a general idea of the landscape. As you can see, 4 mountains in the middle. Here's the front lines over here on the right. This is all blue force side, if I recall. And just this is how the front line kind of formed at this moment. So I hope you guys enjoyed this quick sneak preview of this map. Just get an idea of what craziness is expected to come in this 10v10 map. And like I said, I think this map is going to require specialized, highly expensive decks to really compete. Right now, no one really knows how things are doing. Some of the stuff I might say might end up being completely wrong, but you never really know in new maps, and people will eventually figure out the meta. So, as you guys can see, we're quickly racking up points. The enemy is just throwing away planes, including these Vigans. They're trying to just bomb us out of submission. We have complete control over Yankee now, and my forces are continuing to push forward into Romeo as well. I do remember that much. I didn't really accomplish much because it was so huge. My troops took forever to get somewhere. Yeah, see, these VDV, they were probably in the initial assault in November. They have to walk all the way into the center because the vehicle's lost in just the massive amount of confusion and ammo. Micro in this game mode does not really work so well. I could not keep track of the number of units I had on the map at all. So yeah, this is Russian Roulette. It is now available. It was an update just recently, and I do recommend you guys at least try it once to get the hang of just some complete spam fest and messiness, and just having so many units on the map that you literally cannot see the geography and terrain of the map at all. So this was a first look. I will try to get actual replays where I'm actually doing stuff on these maps into a future date. Just wanted to quickly show this replay commentary, or not really a replay commentary, just really quickly show this game mode and map, and just show you just the kind of insane silliness that's going to go on, and prepare you for those of you who haven't tried this game mode map yet. So I do hope you all enjoyed this so far. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you all in the next episode. So yeah, catch you all later.